Today on the show, Radical Ones, just because Jonathan Switcher fell in love with a piece of wood doesn't make him a dummy. It's the cult classic Mannequin from 1987.
Tina, Looney, he's talking to the dummy again.
It's time to get radical.
Said he's having no trouble. It's simple.
Hello there. It's showtime.
What is this, trick or treat?
Did I do that?
Good morning, Charlie.
Deal with it.
Daddy would have gotten us Uzis.
The power is yours.
Get down, honey, get down.
And look, I won't go far, okay? If the apocalypse comes,
Hold your fire. I'm a human.
Grace Jones.
Thunder, 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 thundercats.
Power of 3 will set us free. Power of 3 will set us free. Power of 3 will set us free.
But I ain't one to gossip, so if anyone asks you, you ain't heard it from me. No, you have.
No more room in hell. The dead walk here.
Dooby-dooby-doo! Welcome back, Radical Ones, to another episode of the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. As always, I am your host, Radical Ryan Hunter, here with Rob, the Movie Geek himself, and everyone's favorite brother, David, for our season finale. No, we didn't end on Freddy. We had to end on a lighter note, and that is today's episode, which is Mannequin 1987. Before we get into the whole fun of Mannequin, Rob, this is also an extra, I don't even want to call it special episode because I'm not feeling it special in that sense. It's sad, but it is extra special in a way.
It's the after school special. Those were sad.
I learned it by watching you, Mom.
I know. Yes, I am both excited and sad about today. But yeah, this is a long time coming. We've been talking about this movie for a minute. So I'm happy that we finally got to do it. I mean, we almost went through the whole season without it. And I'm like, no, I think we need to do this before my last day.
And here it is.
Yeah.
So, for Radical Ones that have been with us from the beginning, or maybe you have followed us lately and you've gone back, we see the catalogs, we see the numbers going up, so some people are listening to something, right? Season 1, episode 15. Rob, why did I think this was episode 4?
I thought it was so in like the first few that we did, but I was like, wait a minute, I have to keep scrolling. Oh, there it is. 15.
Craziness.
We waited that long.
Episode 15. I swear I thought it was episode 2, and I've been telling people, Rob and I both had this mutual love for a certain character in this movie, and that's really why we did it. But also, it was so radical retro because we always start with the weird ones. It's not
no, but isn't the second one officially your favorite out of the two? So I think that's why we did it, because you just didn't want to wait. You wanted to just get to the favorite one and just go to part 2. And to be fair, because I talked to you about this, if I remember correctly. If we didn't, then it's canon in my head. We talked about the fact that these two movies are completely different except for one character. So it didn't matter if we went in a different order because there was hardly any references at all from the first one. So we could have gone here and would have been fine. So
a matter of fact, I think you even mentioned that Estelle Getty owned the mall on the first one, and she's not even brought up, never mentioned.
Not at
so
all.
You're right. It is like it's an alternative universe in a way.
Right. But I have a question for the both of you. Tell me, where were you on January 6th?
Which year? You mean the
year 2021? Where were you on January 6th?
The only thing I could think of is this because David mentioned that the Misfits were going to storm the Capitol in our second episode of Radical? Do you remember that, David?
I was at home with my kids, obviously.
Yeah, you were at home. Yeah.
Where does Rob has video footage of us doing something?
I don't know. I'm so
like, you were at home, Chris Hansen.
Right. Technically, though. So get this: while all of that drama and shenanigans was happening, guess what? We were recording Mannequin 2 on the Move. January 6th, 2021. That is, we have it on record. We were not a part of that. We were recording Mannequin 2 on the move.
What a legacy.
So look, I have all of my episodes listed on this app that I use to keep track of everything that I record. I cannot explain to you why I did this. I think it was going to be just for our records, right? I decided to put the date of the recording on each episode, but for some reason, that is the only one it ended up on.
Oh, wow.
It didn't end up
That's
on
the
any
only one
other
that you
movie. It's the only
dated?
one. And I probably did it just to be like, this is what we're doing because we weren't over there. I don't know why I decided to just put it on there. I don't understand. So I was like, wait a minute, let me look this up and be like, was it on the actual year? I will die. It was on the actual year.
Why does it also feel like at the same time 15 years?
Yeah, it seems like a long
It
time ago.
really
I
does, right?
I was in my old apartment recording on my bed because I had no furniture. Yeah, just starting my life.
Just starting your life. You're right.
No,
I thought
actually, I had been here
you
for a
just
minute. I had been here for a minute for sure. But like,
No, but you're right. It was in your older apartment.
Yeah.
It was in my older apartment.
Yeah.
I remember double, and it was in my closet. And things were falling on top of
Are you
me.
talking about the one with the
and-
washing machine and dryer in it? That closet?
Yeah. I was recording in there. So
Your
that was-
ensuite?
Yet, unfortunately, things have not changed, Radical Ones. Although Rob is not in his bedroom.
No,
I'm still in a
no.
bedroom.
I since got a bigger place. I'm in my dining-ish area, so I have a little bit more room this time. How we've grown! Look at that.
How we have grown. So,
But
yeah.
here's the thing, but I'm glad we actually went through in this order because I don't know if I could wait 5 years to do part 2. Like, come on, it's part 2. But we're here to talk about the first one. Definitely go back and listen to that episode after this. But
I might have a different take by the end of this episode. So, I wrote from games to recommendations. Rob has been here since our first episode, Radical Ones. Tiny Toon Adventures, that for some reason comes and goes off of Apple platforms and Spotify. I don't know why. That's a cursed episode. It was actually cursed too because the audio quality.
Is that because Warner Brothers constantly...
We have had issues with Thundercats with Warner Brothers.
That's such a property. Like, oh my God, you're promoting, you're stealing Tiny Toons.
We did have a few of our Radical Ones send in a message. So our lovely
fun.
Leah from Australia wanted to say, thank you, Rob, for years of fantastic podcast episodes you have been a part of. You've been a fabulous part of Radical Retro and have contributed so much to make it what it is today. I hope moving forward that whatever new opportunities you'll be pursuing will turn out brilliantly. Thank you again. You will be missed. From lovely Leah.
Oh, Leah.
As she's appropriately called.
She is so amazing. Thank you, Leah. I appreciate that. She should be writing cards.
She writes such beautiful
start
things.
the business, start writing cards. It doesn't matter which category because you'll excel in all of that. Thank you for that message.
Also, Cadu, of course. Rob, you are so talented. Please enjoy your break and come back soon. Blessed be.
Thank you. And you know what, Kadu? I'm going to make it a mission. The next episode I do will be with you. So look out for that.
Wow.
We should definitely do it because I have not been able to do anything in the 2000s. So
Rob,
you do call me when the two of you get together again. So yes, we will meet.
I love it.
Yes. Thank you, Kadu, for that message.
You're reconstituting the power of 3. I will be stepping out for that.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Just to celebrate what Rob has brought to this show, our dynamic, I think, is really fun. The way that it paralleled was Rob started on Radical, and then a little later on, I was able to step into the Charmed universe and be a part of Brunch with the Hollowells. And then the two experiences are just really is truly magical. And again, I've said this a million times, but seeing Rob turn his passion into something that brought community together, that connected people from all over the world over something. He just started with an idea and then he made this community, the Charmies. It's been such an honor to not only be a part of his amazing show, but to have him agree to be a co-host on this show. Just having the two parallels, the personalities, at the same time is we agree on so many things.
Yeah,
that
I mean, sure, like getting to know you, Ryan, And honestly, I couldn't believe how much we were in agreement with one another, like just one after the other, whether it was TV, music, movies, and just the way of our thought process even getting to that agreement was insane. Like it just made sense that we were going to be friends and continue chatting. It just, yeah, there was no one else in question that I thought would co-host. And that's the other thing too. It's like when you agreed to do it, you had a different life than you do now 5 years ago. And, you know, to my surprise, not only did you have time to help me finish a season, but then decided to just stay on with no preparation, no heads up. It was just, hey, do you want to just keep going? And you were like, why not? Let's do it. And it's a good thing that you happen to enjoy podcasting too, because you do have a skill in it. Did you know that back then? That's the thing. It's like, I'll just keep talking. You could have been camera shy. You could have not really had so much of a voice behind the mic, but you were very natural with it. And it made sense for you to stay on and do it. And everyone fell in love with you immediately. So it just made sense. But it all started with his artistic ways and fan mail.
Brunch was the first podcast that I was like, oh my God, I got so lost into it. I fanboyed out. I sent art. I sent like all the things that I wish and hope that Radical gets one day.
I trusted people with my address. I can't even believe I did that.
Well,
I did
thank
not
God,
get a PO box. I know, right? Jeez. But yeah. It
You're
turned
right.
into something wonderful.
Not even a P.O. box, Rob.
And to everyone's surprise, still haven't met the man. Still haven't met him. I have no idea who he is in person. This man's been to London twice since I'd known him.
Yeah.
He's been to Florida. He's been to everywhere, but he refuses to come to the West Coast.
Well, now
I've met fans of my show before you, my co-host.
True. He's gone out to lunch with them. Yes. Which is amazing.
Now we got to make this happen. Hello, you're so close.
Yeah, no, we do have to make
zone
this
now.
happen. Get it together. It's time to visit. It's time. It's time. Yes, I will be waiting. You have to see the house.
Oh, without a doubt. We laugh every day still. It's been such a blessing. Again, one of the joys of podcasting was meeting someone like Rob. I've met such wonderful people. This relationship that has transcended from podcasts to two podcasts to beyond. It's just what a blessing.
You. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Ryan definitely off camera talked to me, attributes so much to you. You don't know because maybe he doesn't express it all the time. Obviously, in these kind of moments, I guess allow for that gratitude because you're almost like we're at this final moment, even though it's not the final moment with you.
Yeah.
But it's really nice. It's amazing to like we always talk about together when we're together doing like the Thundercats part of it. Like that kind of keeps a bond for us because again, now we're in the same state, but for so many years we were apart, and that really kept us together. And this also is a bond that you guys share. And so it's pretty amazing out of this, the bond that's, even though you haven't seen each other in person.
To me, in my heart, I still feel...
Well, it's like, but like, you come up in conversation as if
you're a friend. You're my friend.
Like you're the next door neighbor, like you're to get, like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like it's people don't understand that. And when you have a bond or a friendship with somebody, it's like, and I don't want to like take up the whole, because obviously we have a mannequin to do, but like I have a lot of acquaintances in life, but I have a very small friend group. And those type of people that I can pick up a conversation with them. I have a friend that I can just stop talking to for like 6 months, and we can literally start talking as if we just saw each other 2 days ago. And to me, that is a true test of a friendship or a bond, whatever you want to call it. And that's what I feel like you guys have. And I think that the fact that you come up in conversations with us as if it's just like he saw you or we hung out, it's just something different. And people don't understand that. They just think like, oh, you're just talking on a podcast. Like you don't know the ins and outs. If you don't see the behind the curtain, behind the scenes kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, you see people like on television, obviously. I would love for us to all be famous.
Charmed.
But,
You mean like Charmed?
You see people that like they go to work, they do their thing, they do a podcast, they do a show, and then just like they're gone, and they like have nothing to do with each other. There's no connection. It's just like an act.
Sure.
And you would think that they're the best of friends, and they're nothing, but you have a bond, and that's something special, honestly. Especially these days, the way the world is so divisive and crazy, and like I cling to those type of things.
I totally agree, and yes, the day will come when we do finally get together, and I meet the both of you. I'm sure it'll come anytime now. So yeah, but thank you.
People connecting from all over the world is pretty darn cool.
Yeah,
and like Rob said earlier, earlier, trusting listeners to that they're not going to kill you. And
yeah, that's always a plus when someone doesn't send you a pipe bomb.
You know, no,
is this
no
a
murder
candle?
involved.
What is this?
Oh God.
Jonathan Switcher
Wrong sex.
loves to talk to his work.
You know, you're the first thing I've created that made me feel like an artist.
Don't you like your new scarf?
He never expected
Not especially.
to hear it talk back.
I really think I'm going crazy.
I am so glad you're working here. I never thought they'd hire anyone stranger than me.
You're the only one who can see me like this.
To the rest of the world, he's a disaster.
You're fired.
And she's a dummy.
You are one sick puppy.
But together,
Hey, don't do that.
You weren't so shy when you were creating me.
You weren't so real.
they make magic.
Look at him with the dummy.
Who are you to criticize?
That new stock boy, and I just want you to keep an eye on him for me.
I think I'm going to handle things my own way.
All the girl mannequins disappeared from the windows last night. Film at 11. Yes, my dear, your favorite. She is gone too.
Get him!
Mine's bigger than yours is!
Go get him!
You are magic.
He's talking to the dummy again.
Andrew McCarthy, Kim Cattrall,
You know I would never bother you when you're getting a piece of wood.
Mannequin.
Here we go. A romantic comedy about a sculptor who falls in love with a mannequin possessed by an ancient Egyptian spirit. Okay. and
That's it,
pretty
right?
much-
I know. My God. First of all, a sculptor. Was he really a sculptor?
I mean, he did make a nice set of boobies, perky, small
Kim
but
Cattrall,
humble.
So he was a sculptor then?
Small and humble.
That was my
That's what he
question as well. He was like a real sculptor, not just putting arms on a mannequin that had head already.
Well, I will say his bunny hedge maze was pretty impressive without, like, you know, a trace or something for him to use. And designing pizza is Picasso. I mean, yeah. So maybe he was a sculptor. Yeah,
was
this
so
rewatch.
cute when he was young.
You switcher, which was almost used as a derogatory
Quirky
term, I felt like. His own last name was used against him.
Switcher.
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 Did you ever hear the term switch hitter?
No.
That's what it almost was like, yeah.
Switch hitter is someone who's like think bisexual, right? You call them a switch hitter.
Oh,
like
switcher.
they
Okay,
back-
got it.
That's all I kept thinking. We'd call him Switcher, the guy from Police Academy.
I am Captain Felix Maxwell, Night Security Commander.
So can we talk about the beginning where Emmy, she's our mannequin, her name is Emmy. She is in Egypt and her mother wants to arrange a marriage for her. She asks the pharaohs for help. The woman disappears and shows up in 1980s. Oh no, actually maybe not. No, she's met a few people. Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, this is something that I didn't notice before, was that the opening credits basically chronicalized her life. Like, she didn't just jump to the present. Like, she actually got to live all these years and go through moments of history so she can, like, explore the world.
You remind me a little of my old boyfriend, Chris. He didn't have any confidence either.
Chris. Who's Chris?
Oh, just a sailor. I told him that the world was round, and I never saw him again.
Christopher Columbus?
I just want to know why they helped her. Why her? I mean, privilege was really going through it even back then. Like,
Because she needed to make the Sex and the City movie.
apparently, why her? But I mean, that's not the point of the movie. I just was really curious. All she did was just ask.
That was it.
That's
It was
all
like,
she had to do. Just stripped her away from her mother. Mother didn't even get to say goodbye. Thank you, God. I mean, help me out. Why did they help her?
Can I just say why did Kim Cattrall just need a New York accent and her mother just be Jewish in the beginning of this movie, not Egyptian?
oh, that was so funny.
I'm surprised
too.
this didn't take place in New York City and not
It's to show
Philadelphia.
that things never change. You always have to listen to your mother.
Emma Hezare, I know you're in there. The wedding has been all arranged.
Oh, please, God. Please get me out of this.
You turned down the jeweler. You turned down the grain merchant. You turned down the Pharaoh's food taster. There's only one man left who'll have you. You are going to marry Hazara.
So, what does he do?
He's a fuel merchant. Mother. All right, so he sells camel dung. Forget it. You forget it.
Mother, I don't want to settle down. I want to do things. I want to invent things. I want to try things that nobody's ever tried before. I want to fly.
Sure. And I want to smoke and tell your father to go to hell. Oh, Emmy. If I thought we women could anyway change anything, don't you think I'd encourage you? No. These are the times we live in.
Mother, there's got to be a better way. Please, gods, please help me find it.
Maybe because it is the 80s and it just needs to be over the top. There are a million different ways that you can put this woman in a mannequin. That did she made a couple of jokes about knowing people throughout history. Oh, haha, that's funny for like maybe 2 minutes. And then it was never spoken of again. There was never really, and maybe you guys can tell me this, because I think she kind of tiptoed around the rules and like what she's been able to do here and there. And for some reason, the gods felt she needed to be in this place at this time. But it also sounded like by the end of the movie, she had to earn something or prove something in order to fully come up. So I don't know exactly what was going on. Was she being tested? Like, her whole entire independence just ended up with her being like, oh, you need a man, so I'm gonna put you here. And it wasn't about her. I mean, she got to accomplish more in this lifetime as well. You know, she got to fly finally, but I got to fly. I just really wanted to know exactly why her and what exactly was going on with all of this.
Rob, I don't think the plot or the script knew what was going on.
Just was so out of place.
I have a fantasy. You want to know what my fantasy is about this?
A fantasy or a theory?
That what happened to Emmy, Kim Cattrall, it's the Xanadu effect. She became a muse. The gods made her a muse, so that was kind of what she had to do. That was her penance, her price for admission to become this different deity. And in my mind, because I was thinking there were no mannequins back in this time. So I'm thinking she must have transfigurated, or whatever word you want to use, into like a statue and some other thing. And this is, in my mind, to make this work, because this was ridiculous, because all I saw her go from Egypt wrapped up in some faux wrappings, mummy, to a mannequin with perky titties, in a giving. I'm saying it's the Xanadu thing, and she's a muse, and I'm going to think that Christopher Columbus, she was a statue. That's a
wonderful theory. That is a wonderful theory.
And if they would have done that would have made sense. Like, even if they cartooned it like they did, in like the cartoon made her, showed like the intro of a cartoon of her being a statue coming to life and a different thing coming to life.
Yeah,
that would have.
No, that totally makes sense.
No, they did not do that.
And I've seen Xanadu for the first time this year too, so I understand the reference.
Yeah, he did.
I also do want to give a shout out. I do want to give a shout out to the 80s cartoon and, opening credit sequence. Beautiful. That was something that people really paid attention to, like they really wanted to. I mean, I can think of 2 other ones right now off the bat that had opening credits with animation, and it's not easy doing animation. So I just, like, those were the times. I loved those animated ones. Those were good. So good call with that. For the
Who's
credits.
That Girl being one of them?
Who's That Girl being one of them? The other one.
That's what I was thinking when you were saying
The other one
that.
is Christmas Vacation. Had the animated opening credits.
So
love that opening.
Good.
Yeah.
Speaking of the opening credits, did anyone get fake Walk Like an Egyptian song with this?
Sure.
Totally trying to be Walk Like an Egyptian, but not. And like David said, I wrote nipples. Kim Cattrall nipples.
When you were making me, didn't you feel a certain inspiration? Almost like your hands were being moved by a force not of this world. You made this body so that I could come to life.
She spent 6 weeks posing for the sculptor in Santa Monica, and they created 6 different mannequins with different facial expressions. I was going to say, was this the Madame Tussauds treatment? Did they get measurements of everything? Was the nipples measured? Because they looked beautiful, I think, right?
They did.
They did.
They were nice nipples. She had nice nipples. What can I tell you?
My name is Emma Hezare, but you can call me Emmy.
This is a joke, right?
These mannequins look pretty darn realistic a lot of the times. Like, sometimes you're like, oh, okay, that one's not as Kim Cattrall-esque, but some of these are like, wow, these are really good mannequins.
So are there even any mannequins out there with faces anymore?
You are so right, Rob. They're like gray
Yeah, they're just great faceless
things.
things. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. I can't really remember the last time I noticed one. They're either headless or they don't have a face. They're just monochrome.
They are monochrome. That's so true. It just that's
I guess
it.
because
just show the picture.
Is it really that much cheaper not to put a face, or is it and no hair maybe because it's like, or is it because it's supposed to be like
Let's see what AI overview says.
That's a great point.
Do they have nipples? Add the nipple question.
It says mannequins often lack faces to prevent distractions, keep the focus on the clothing, allow customers to imagine themselves wearing it, and reduces manufacturing costs and avoid the uncanny valley effect, which is where overly realistic but imperfect human features create a sense of unease. Some mannequins have blank and abstract heads, while others are completely headless. So there you go. Now, here's my next question. Given that, do you find the face mannequins versus the non-face mannequins, which one is more terrifying and unsettling and uneasy?
The face, well, the ones that actually have a flat face, because the ones that have no neck just remind me of like almost like a block of plastic that something's clothing is kind of laying on. Where if you see a blank face, it looks like a horror movie thing. To me.
Yeah.
Why do you need
especially with no wig? Like
there?
they give them no more hair anymore either. They're all just bald and like just faceless.
That is a great point, because in 2025, Rob, our mannequins have no personality.
And then with that went away the mannequin movies of our time. I mean, who doesn't love a great thing? So now snowman and shit are coming to life. Like we can't have mannequins anymore. It's got to be snowmans and toys and
Sexy, is it sexy snowmen too? It's not just snowmen. It's sexy snowmen.
Oh. Goodness.
So to speak about that, I actually was talking to Rob and I brought this up to David too. So the mannequin, one of the 6, ended up in the actual, I want to say it's called the gallery or whatever that place was in Philadelphia, which is now unfortunately closed. But one of Emmy's mannequins survived, and she is in display in Philadelphia, South Fellini store, and her wig is a little they could have done a little better with the wig, but can you imagine if you're just in a store and all of a sudden you're like, is that Kim Cattrall? Is that Mannequin? Is that the mannequin from Mannequin? I would just love that. So she does one of them does live on in Philadelphia.
Jones.
That's amazing.
Any radical ones want to go into that store and take a picture with Emmy? We would love it.
That's quite amazing that it managed to not get destroyed or vandalized or anything. It's still preserved, and that's awesome. And she looks great.
So true. And then the fact that that mall was a real mall at one place and still had her, extra cool.
Yeah.
So,
oh, by the way, I'm so sorry. This is so tangent. The Night of the Living or the Dawn of the Dead mall, is that still up, or did they tear it? Because wasn't there like a petition to keep it up for historical? Like, are they?
Yes.
So what is the status now? Is it still up, or did they?
So no, great question. So yeah, Ken Foray was the one spearheading it, and as of now, I think they are still working to save it as a historic.
Okay,
please save it. Please save it.
Sure.
Even if it's like an indoor, make it a mall, a Halloween zombie place. I bet you it would do so good.
You really been here 100 years?
Well, not personally, but the store, yes. It was built by my grandfather, Tough Teddy Prince. My father ran it until he passed away recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, he was very old and he died the way he wanted to in women's lingerie.
Pardon me?
Oh, heart attack while walking through the women's department. Excuse me.
This is 1987, and Rob mentioned this character in our first review. Estelle Getty plays the president, owner of this mall. I don't know. She's the head of it.
Yeah.
I think she owns it. I think she owns it.
Yeah.
This is during Golden Girls, because, Golden Girls debuted in 1985, and I think it was like till 91 too. So I love that she's doing other little projects like this, and she's so cute in this movie. Really lovable.
It's really hard to see her with non-gray hair, though. I'm looking at her and I'm like, is she 30? Like, I don't know. It's like, when did you film this? I have no idea. So they pretty much aged her-ish in Golden Girls? Okay.
Yeah, it's not funny.
She was actually the youngest out of all of the actors. She was younger than all of them, from what I understand. I actually wrote my notes where I forgot that Estelle Getty was actually had a movie career, that she was in movies.
Oh, I didn't. I
totally forgot. Like, I totally
Only
forgot.
what? Stop or my mom will shoot. Like, that's what I always think about.
Oh, God.
So good, that movie, too.
Yeah.
She mentions her late husband, and this is what this movie is playing with sexuality and different things so much in everything that they do. She said her husband died, what I want to say, happy. He died in women's lingerie like he wanted. And then, you know, there's a moment, and then, of course, oh no, he had a heart attack in ladies' lingerie. But that is the start of what you're going to get with these double entendres. Oh my God.
I
so
also
funny.
had this very like morbid question. You know how the gays would walk in the underwear and garment aisle and we'd get all like crazy over the, you know, the packages or whatever. Like, do you think some of the heteros got their awakening with these like sexy mannequins that be out in malls? I wonder if that was like a thing.
I'm so sure there's someone. I bet you there's a TLC episode of someone in love with a mannequin.
Probably.
Oh my God, I never even thought of that.
Right? Someone in love with a mannequin, yeah.
The blatant sexual harassment in this movie, though.
Oh my
God. The 80s did not care. And I will tell you, I laughed so much back in the day when all this stuff was going on because it was just so taboo and whatever. But man,
Rob, I was laughing hysterical. So our main character, I don't know if she's even an ex-girlfriend. I don't even know really what she was. She was like a love interest, Roxy.
I think you should see a professional.
Professional? What? You mean a hooker?
No, a psychiatrist.
I can't afford a psychiatrist, Roxy.
Roxy was a current person that he was dating, right? Like, I doubt that they had labels, but they clearly were seeing each other multiple times. You know, she kept him, you know, at arm's length because he didn't fit exactly what it is she wanted in a man.
Right.
And, you know, she had higher standards or whatever. And to be fair, given that she is sort of the villain in this movie, she honestly had every right to put him on the spot and really like give it to him like, you need to step it up, because I don't know what woman is going to be like chill about your current status.
So I wrote that. Is Roxy, is she really a horrific person, a really bad person? Or
I mean,
she's kind of teetering upon.
She's in this mode in her life where she's trying to get her piece of the pie, right? She's putting up with the bull crap from her daddy / boss over there who likes to call his employees children. But she's sort of going with the flow and just, you know, taking it on the chin with where she fits in, and she's trying to move up at any means necessary. But at the same time, she's still in this mindset of like, I deserve the finer things in life. What are you doing that's going to contribute that? Don't have a job. You don't care to improve it. And not necessarily are you chasing a dream that's impossible, but you're not doing your due diligence to follow your dream and pay your bills. When he was going through all of those jobs, I honestly would have, that was annoying me so much. He may have seemed like a very like dedicated sculptor, but to apply it to every single job and not do what you're told is such a man-child to me. And it's just a waste of other people's times and resources. And you expect,
so true.
And when he told her, oh yeah, you should just quit, I'm like, who are you talking to? And how are they afford, like, can
that
somebody
apartment
tell me where he got that law? Thank
that
you.
Apartment.
That
the first thing I said, this is his apartment.
Insane. Wow. With a view. He should have got the basement apartment.
I told Ryan that he must be on unemployment and he keeps losing the job, so he never says that he actually has a new job, so he just gets double paid. He gets paid for the week or two that he works for the job and keeps collecting unemployment at the same time. There's no way he was able to afford that apartment.
Wild.
Let's face it, he needs Emmy to basically do the magic for him. He doesn't even do the job at the mall. He can't forget it. He couldn't complete that, even if he was given a month to set that.
Okay, well, it seems that we're on him. So we are on him. So what do we think about men like Switcher? I mean, he's a cutie in this one. Like, he's
adorable.
Lovable. Yeah. He's fun, you know, like, God, we would love a job like his, you know, to be able to just hang out and, like, you know, design windows.
And have sex with mannequins and then go to sleep and wake up and your job is done.
Right. We want his apartment. We want his free lifestyle. I could do without the bowling shoes as his default shoes, though.
The bowling shoes. I wrote that. So those were bowling shoes, right? Okay.
It's canon in my head. Those were bowling shoes. But what do we think about men like him? Like, do we put them on a pedestal? Is it just the looks? What do we think about Switcher?
Switcher.
Ryan?
David.
You want me to go first?
David.
David,
please.
Ryan, Rob, Rocky, Dr. Scott, Janet. What do I think about him? I think he really annoys
just
me.
men like
said.
him and
men like him. I think there's a teeny tiny bit of him that I wish I had, because he is probably never going to die of stress-related heart attack or stroke, because he seems to be able to glide through life. I don't know how he affords the loft and the beautiful this. Maybe it is from Roxy. I don't know. But that is the only sliver. Yeah, he's cute, and I think maybe not all of us, but some of us have been with somebody who's a dreamer. Maybe we've been dreamers too, in a way. But
sure, of course.
I've always been grounded. I've always known that a dream is not going to pay my rent, and I also know that a dream is not going to feed me, because I've been places where I've literally been starving, literally no food, literally homeless. So I know that reality. So this is very far from where I would be. I can appreciate that little sliver of being able to just, okay, fine, I got fired. Let me just walk out. I'll find something different, new, and I'll be okay, because most of us don't live like that. That's a different reality for most people.
Yeah.
So after a while, that gets old, though.
That's the thing.
Yes, what I tell you, when people when I see these women that go with these bad boys or these guys that use them or drain them or don't have jobs or that's couch surfing, you know what I usually tell a lot of women? It's usually my women friends that are usually, I'm like, you know what's sexy? A man that was coming home every single night. You know what's sexy? A man that pays his bills. You know what's sexy? A man takes care of his kids. That turns me on. A man that picks up a damn broom and a mop and a vacuum once in a while, that turns me on. That makes me all excited. So you can keep
I love that
you
said broom, mop, and vacuum in that order. We are officially in our fall season. I'm gonna just say that right now. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, we are. Yes,
I
are.
love it. I caught it. Ryan, what do you think about men like Switcher? Like, do they appeal to you? Do you love his free spirited and lovable, bubbly personality, or is he just out of tune with reality?
I think both, but I do love a wonderful personality. I do love that. I will say though, I've had to, back in the day when I was in charge of people, it was those people that were slower and more meticulous and took their time and artistic. It doesn't translate, unfortunately. You need a job where you can have, I guess, unlimited amount of time to express yourself and your creativity. It doesn't transcend usually into retail at all, unfortunately, or restaurant jobs or things like that where people are waiting. I say never give up on your dreams, but...
No, 100%. I totally agree with that. But do that on your own time, not while you're working.
Exactly.
That's my only thing. What about his obsession with the mannequin? Did you find that to be healthy, or...
I love it just because of our Hollywood's reaction to it.
I don't know if I've been inspired in that way to be obsessed with an object like that, because I just wonder where that comes from. I think he technically was cheating. That's how into it he was.
Oh, he was
emotionally cheating on Roxy, and I just don't. I wonder if that is a thing. Should I be worried, or is it okay for the sake of this movie? Is that the world we live in? Is that we can do that and it's fine? But
I think I'd be so upset if my partner was having an emotional relationship
freak with a fetish. Freak with a fetish.
That's fair. No, that's
wait,
fair.
What fetish?
Freak with a fetish.
Oh, freak with a fetish.
Because until she came to life, I mean, you can be obsessed with your work. If he really thought this was the most amazing,
but what did he
do?
Tell me.
He didn't do anything.
What did he do? He put two arms on an already made mannequin. She was already
he sculpted
there.
Those nipples.
She must have made the nipples. He must have made the nipples because
he gave her nipple plasty.
I mean, maybe I'm thinking too much of Christy Swanson.
Did he paint the face on her? Did he put the rouge?
I would have loved if they showed any part of that. I don't know how they make mannequins back there. Maybe he did make her. The final touches was the arms. I don't know. I mean, they got to be made somewhere.
And so she Annabelled herself into this thing? Like she possessed
the gods put her in there. I don't know.
The gods. Because
she haunts it.
The only thing I'm thinking of, again, is Christy Swanson, where the necklace comes on and off, and she was physically...
for sure.
This thing, this is, like you said, like, yeah, where did she evaporate to and then go to Christopher Columbus or here?
Well, the cartoon said she was made and then put in the factory. That was it. This is the last thing I'll say about Switcher, though. If anything, I am so glad he's an ally. Immediately connected with Hollywood and defended him and his queerness without question.
I'm Jonathan Switcher.
Hollywood Montrose. Doesn't it just sing?
Oh, it sings, yeah.
However, I'm a little upset. I'm going to be honest, because I said this to Ryan. Before Switcher came along, who was helping mainly with the windows?
And then he took over.
It was Hollywood. And then he comes along and takes over. I said they're going to fire Hollywood. I didn't remember the whole movie. I said they're going to fire Hollywood because he took over with Kim Cattrall with her magic mannequin fingers, going to do all this stuff. And then poor Hollywood. And then Ryan goes, but no, it's not going to happen because apparently in this department store, they change out displays every single day.
Right? They do. It's a nightly thing.
I don't know any
like,
stores that change out. Because remember, at some point, Hollywood was doing all the floral displays that must go on like all the different displays throughout the store. And I'm like, they really change everything out every single day. So yeah, I was a little sad. I said, they're going to take Hollywood's job. He is taking Hollywood's job.
Hollywood. Donuts call to me in the night, like
they
you
do to me
and
too.
women's dressing
And during the day.
It's those jelly donuts. They call to me in the middle of the night. Hollywood, come and get me, Hollywood. I can't stay away from them. It's like you and women's dressing room.
No, that was a misunderstanding.
And then Albert left.
I wish we had got. I want a prequel so bad of who Albert is. I need to know who Albert is. Who is this man? Because he's got my man in a chokehold, and I need to know why.
Albert left me that bitch. He said my thighs are too fat. My thighs look too fat to you. You didn't know it.
But I love how he is just so
open.
Talk about go with the punches. Hollywood is just like he just goes with it. I just love that. And
when was this movie? What year was this movie? What year was this movie?
87.
You have to, for those of us who are not as young and liberated, you have to remember that this character was unabashedly gay, straight to the point, no pun intended, and out there. And for some of us who were still very young, but knowing who we were without really maybe even knowing exactly, but we knew this character was somebody to look up to because I knew I wanted to be Kim Cattrall because I wanted the boy to like me. And I knew Hollywood was like this cool guy that was like, could be himself. Maybe I didn't have a name
Hollywood,
for it.
yes, himself.
And to actually say it, there was no ambiguity about it. He didn't say my partner. He named a man's name. Albert. He didn't say this was straight in your face. Gay. And this is something that my mom let us watch and didn't say anything about it. Like, it wasn't like, oh, how dare you, like the homo thing, or like it was nothing. A lot of people, this was mainstream and there seemed to be no issue with it, even though there is issues where they were making fun of it too. But there was also this whole
you have no idea. You have no idea.
And a black man on top of that. Yeah. And a gay black man on top of that. And
you have no idea how poetic it was for him to be on the other side of the fire hose. Spraying cops down while saying, I love two things, to fight and kiss boys.
Two things I love to do. It's fight and kiss boys. Come on.
If that is not poetic, like I was watching that scene, as funny as it was, you have no idea how powerful that crap was.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if they even knew what they were doing.
Maybe
but
not,
like
but
to have it
hit.
have it done in that exact way. And there were a lot of cops. He alone sprayed them all. And
he was having a blast while doing it, by the way.
It was just like, but that's so wild because I had no idea of my gayness at all. And for some reason, I connected with this man the whole time. And I didn't even need a reason, but there was a reason for it. And it makes so much sense now. He was so important. So important. And I love, you remember that reel that we did where we brought all of the Black queer characters all in one?
You know what I was thinking of? I was thinking of the Hannibal Lecter gurney for a minute.
Yeah.
But the other one, yes, the other one.
The other one. And it was just nice to just show tribute to those types of characters because there were other ones popping up in the 80s as well, but he is one of the defying. He is the Mount Rushmore of it all. And I love Hollywood. I just think he's so cool. And the actor himself, like, God bless him for taking on that fight because it wasn't his to fight, but he did it anyway.
Hollywood is just so freaking
played by the amazing is it Mache Taylor? That's how we
I always say I don't know. He's probably mistached. Yeah,
you can't even say your own name.
I know. Mista. I don't know. I always give it a little flair.
Mista. What are you?
But yeah, what a great character.
Taylor.
He stood out. You know, even though he was a side character, he made. He stole every scene.
I know we're going to get into it, but what was the part when Switcher said to what's the actor from Police Academy who was playing a police officer? He said something about bigots.
He was talking about typecasting.
He said something about.
He did Police Academy before, yeah.
But he said something about bigots or something when he made a gay.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a good. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah,
and again, something you would have never thought to hear because usually no pun intended, we're always the butt of the joke, especially in these early movies.
I don't know. He said something about working for what's his face, Spader, and then he said something like, "Oh, it could have been worse. I could work for like a bigoted jerk or something."
That's what it was. Yes,
and he was like, "Do you have any particular mind?" Because the cop definitely was making a lot of like remarks and using slur names or whatever.
And like, where do they come from? He said, "I came from Ohio." He goes, "They have them there, or they come from there, or something."
That's what it was. Ohio. That's why I wrote down Ohio.
Oh my god!
I was like, Ohio. I was like, what is that?
The poor dog.
When his dog Rambo, by the way, because he draws first blood.
Yeah, I do want to say that, given that it does seem a little typecasty. I mean, we do remember his character from Police Academy. I think that his comedic timing, his physical comedy, it was giving Lucy. I enjoy GW. I really enjoy his comedy, and I just think he plays that character so well that he's able to go over the top and seem normal. Because I bet you there are people like that, and he played it so well. So he's so good. He is so good.
All of these characters, though, make up this fantastic comedy because the personalities of them. I mean, I have a million things like, oh my god, maybe I can get G.I. Joe and we could double sometime with the mannequin. Great line.
Jonathan, how about a picture? Mom will think I've switched.
Amazing.
Oh my god! And when so we're jumping all over, but there's another part when he rips off his normal garb and he's got a business suit with the tag still on it from he just took right off the shelf.
He's got his straight voice. He's gonna do his
don't tell anybody I did this for you, basically.
So good.
So good.
But we also have to mention at that other Alestra.
Oh, Alestra. You want to work at Alestra? Oh, Alestra. Oh, Alestra. How many times did she say I want to slap her upside the head?
And Alestra, under your inspired leadership, Alestra will reach new heights. It
was like everything was made of tinsel.
Everything was tinsel. You're right. Roxy, what was that man with the tongue? The sexual harassment, like was mentioned earlier, the sexual harassment in this office. She had to literally beat this man off of her. He was sliding his tongue in and out, and this woman's job, she's sexually harassed. I don't know. Anyway, though.
I've seen him pick you up. That little pissant. You can't tell me that he's satisfying you sexually.
Look, that's none of your business.
I would like to make it my business. I would love to sink my teeth into your little bottom.
Emmy, we find out, is 401 years old, by the way. Mm-hmm. And she picked him. She picked Switcher.
Yeah.
So That's part
of. If I was her, I'm not going to pick anybody who's not obsessed with me. Of course, he was chosen.
She said she liked the way his hands felt when he was putting her together, putting those arms on the already made mannequin.
So there was a part where Switcher is really falling for her, and you can tell that she's really falling for him. But there's a point where she alludes to the fact that she knows that she's not guaranteed anything with him. She's almost like, let's not discuss that. We're sure, we're not.
I think with her past assignments, she could be plucked out at any time once they've been able to kind of like take care of themselves or do things without them. And so she's like, everything has been temporary so far. I can't get used to being here with you until, once my job is done, I probably will have to move on. And so that's kind of what I got from it. But again, this is lack of detail from before. We don't know exactly why she was able to travel all those times, but apparently it was without her say. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was without her say. Truly.
Like, you've done your thing here. Okay, you want to explore more? I'm going to put you here where you can do more work. Oh, it was wild. She said, what was it? Was it Da Vinci or Michelangelo were like gay for each other? Oh,
this girl giving up the gossip too. Right? She's like, you want to know what really happened in history?
Right. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing to really know that?
To have that like knowledge.
Find that out. Someone that actually could the Easter Island, those things were nothing special. Somebody just carved that and it just got dropped there by accident or whatever, like something weird.
Those are also people that wish to not be arranged in marriage, and they also turned to stones.
So in this movie, we are dealing with magic, of course. So I have a question. Do you believe that there was any magical influence to attract people to the windows? Were they that good, or was there a magical element that sort of like hypnotized them to look at it, amaze it, and and just go into the store and buy stuff? Because I'm thinking like Little Shop of Horrors, when the plant was in the window, all of a sudden everybody wanted to look at this tiny little thing. That to me seemed a little magic induced. But I don't know. Were these like the turning point of window dressing? Did they really do something very revolutionary in these windows? I will say the bus one. The bus one is my favorite one, because I actually didn't really know the theme of that window until I watched it this last time, because I didn't really put two and two together. I thought those were two separate windows, and I'm like, why are they just putting a window up with people in their underwear? It didn't make sense. But now I understand the whole point of the window. And I just think it's a really good idea. But have I been magically influenced? I don't know.
It was very sparkly too. I gotta say, even the bicycle one, the fact that these mannequins are like moving overnight, are just moving. What was the one with the tennis? With the tennis rackets were like,
they were just rotating. Yeah, it was just rotating. Yeah.
I feel like this is very 80s chic.
But would that have happened if she wasn't there?
Hell no! This man couldn't.
I'm gonna say it could go either way, and the reason why I say that is, growing up in New York, one of the things that we used to do around Christmas time, and again, it was mostly Christmas time, is we would go to Rockefeller Center and see the tree, but we would also go see all of the displays that all the big box stores, the Macy's and all the stores would put for Christmas displays, and that was a big thing, and people would line up around the block to walk to see these store displays. In the movie, they really basically make it look like it's Elestra, and I can't think of the name of the other place that he's working for. Something in Company. Okay.
Prince and Company.
It almost seems like those are the only two big stores there. And Elestra basically, again, has foil hanging from the ceiling in the front. And then you have this very...
Tinsel.
You have this very, like, moving parts and mannequins, and it's vintage, and it's very like cool, and I think the magic really was getting it done, because there was no way he did all.
Sure, no, that's fair.
So, but maybe it was enchanted because because it was so good that he would have never been able to do that without an army of people. I don't know, maybe a little bit of both, but I think that
I also wonder. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. That's what.
And I also wonder, was that a thing in the 80s too, to like be amazed and gather around to a window thing? The only time that I've ever done that was when they had like live puppies like going through a little miniature thing in a window dress. That's honestly the only time I've ever gathered in front of a department store window. But it's just funny how that's a thing. Also, would that make you want to shop there? like, ooh, this is cute, let me go buy it, or this, oh, well, I'm already here, let me go in. Do they go together? Is that,
that
nobody
wouldn't
shops
stop
there.
me, but I think though they were cool. The fact that, again, if this is every night, I'm taking. I'm
okay.
taking.
Well, listen. Wait a minute. Here's something. I used to work
running
years ago. I worked at the Beverly Center for Bed Bath and Beyond, and on the side, I think it was Beverly. Actually, it was La Cienega and Beverly. I think there was a small window. They would actually have a merchandiser come in and do this window for Bed Bath and Beyond. Now, nobody ever walked past, because nobody walks in LA, so to speak. That, that song from Missing Persons.
Yeah.
Nobody walked past this. It's like on the other side of the Beverly Center, not the front, off to the side in the middle of like Nowhereville. Like there was nothing over there. Nobody ever walked over there. But they actually had a district visual merchandiser come in to redo this window every so often. I remember his name was like David Bell or something. Anyway, shout out David if you're still with us. I used to say to myself, not for anything, I could have done that myself, because I used to do stuff all the time. It was like vignettes and everything.
Maybe he had a mannequin, David.
Maybe he had a magic mannequin. But even to your point, like they took the time to pay somebody to go from store to store to create these. And this little area, these windows, to me were like nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody's going to see this. So I don't know. New York City, Manhattan is very different than...
Yeah, but...
especially in the 80s, where now I don't think anybody cares.
In the 80s, right. Yeah, that's true. This is definitely these displays are so 80s. Because
people are on their phones. They don't even look at the damn windows. Shop on Amazon. That's what they do.
Well, that's true. But that one where they had no time to finish, right? Light was coming, the half undressed mannequins, but yet they had the whole display done too. Like, that's magic. That's magic. Again, there
we talk about how Estelle Getty was watching with cameras, them having sex the whole time everywhere, and because she couldn't be seen by a human being, it was cameras. She was watching them have sex on everything, and probably thinking, "Can I get those mattresses steam cleaned? Can I get those furs done?"
Yeah, who's it? Wasn't it? I wrote they sent up a sex tent and a hammock. So they had the sex tent and a hammock. And then later on, our Estelle Getty, she said she didn't see much, right? Wink,
and
wink.
Still let him keep his job. Like, the 80s were wild. And that's the thing with power, too, is like, if you're a vice president, you can walk into bathrooms with mannequins and nobody will say nothing to you.
Oh my God. And then when he goes into the bathroom and they're like making out and the
that's
women
my that's my notes.
Okay, go do it.
It's either the news vice president, the fairy, or the dummy. They couldn't tell who was talking.
Jonathan, that's wonderful.
Tina, Lily, he's talking to the dummy again.
Girls, please, let's not be catty. I simply will not tolerate eavesdropping unless I'm a part of it. I assume my Jonathan is in there.
You can't go in. He's got company, if you know what I mean.
And who do you think introduced them?
Who's crying? It's either our new vice president, the fairy, or the dummy.
That is wild. But it's also got to be very questionable. Like, how did you get the mannequin into every single pose throughout the movie? Like, help me out.
What about that hang gliding pose, which made me
effing
laugh my ass off? When she flies in with that hang glide or with that mannequin pose, dead. What about take a picture? Mom will think I switched. Another great
God, I love it.
He's so good. He's so good.
There was nothing wrong with your butt or your cellulite. Oh, you had no cellulite, Hollywood.
What about this? All the girl mannequins. Yes, Jonathan, your favorite. She's gone too. I could just list them down. Boom, boom, boom.
Create,
boom.
Honey. Create.
It's obvious to this country girl that you're an #1 creative freak. Imagine pretending to be a stock boy when you're a major artiste. I am so jealous. Now, some people may find you strange, but not me. I respect that. Create, honey. Create.
Everybody needs someone to hype them up like Hollywood does for
Yeah.
Jonathan Switcher.
Yeah.
Did you think that Mr. Richards was another gay villain?
I give him, he gives me the opposite of like Tim Gunn. Like, he seems like a very like asexual, just very prestige, like polished guy who just thinks nothing of the world around him. He is clearly smarter and better than everyone.
So true.
And, silver spoon up his butt and just has no understanding of what real life is. Like, he is just beyond our world.
And I could have done without him so much. I'm sorry. I could have just done with the shenanigans of the guard running after, trying to catch this mannequin and him. I didn't need that.
But just knowing David Spader today, I am in awe of him that he was able to do this and create that character. Like, I just am so shocked he was able. And I wonder if he was written that way, or did he like look at like his characteristics and was like, I'm just gonna amp it up. And
I can hear his voice and his mannequins in my head as we're talking about him.
When he tried to move the table lamp on the perfume counter, ended up breaking, and he didn't know what to do, and he was just flailing around with it, and then he drops it and leaves. That to me is Mr. Richards. Like, that's his whole personality right there. He just turns everything to shit he touches, and then just walks away from the disaster he creates. And I don't want to have any part of it. He's just done.
He's just
that's
right. He creates this crazy, and he's just take care of it. Somebody else.
So funny.
So throughout this, they have Roxy crawling through the mall floor. They have this
breaking
plot that they're going to, but also they have this huge plot. That at the final act is they are going to steal every female mannequin in this.
Because they don't know what she looks like,
which was absolutely freaking crazy.
I thought that was wild. Yeah,
hold her hostage and force her.
And BJ Wirt was living his 80s dream.
Oh, yeah.
I know that he was having so much fun playing the villain, especially when he got to throw the file folder of papers across the boardroom and have them fly everywhere. That is everyone's dream. If anybody goes to acting school, it's to do that scene, just to be able to throw papers across the boardroom and just create a
drama.
Oh, the drama. Oh, please tell me during our motorcycle chase scene, I know y'all caught that stunt driver. I know y'all did. That thick, older, like stunt driver of a man driving through that alley.
Cue Alice doing the nunchucks in Freddy.
Right. Well, because he's slowly driving the bike throughout all those obstacles. It's so slow, you cannot help but know that is not him.
All I kept saying is Ryan. Every time she turns back into a mannequin, she's just going to fall off the side of his motorcycle. She can't be holding on. She's
with her finger when she gives the finger at the. Oh my god, I love that.
Which I also think is hilarious. I don't know what time it was there, but for those streets to be that clear is insane.
That's exactly. Right, that was
if they were, it had to have been at least 3 or 4 in the morning. Where were those old people coming from?
They were doing their mall.
Oh, who are you to judge? Yeah, we've had a dummy.
I love that. Good for him.
So speaking of that, so the filming locations, like we mentioned, was in Philadelphia, and the crew often filmed there at night after closing, usually from 9 p.m. into early morning hours. So another Dawn of the Dead had to do the same things, put stuff up, put stuff down, wait till night again, and film, which, a sex tent and hammock. Oh, yes, that's so true. I always remember it playing with this scene, but David's right. It's because the music video had them on the motorcycle. But I think of the motorcycle, I think of Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship. Now, gentlemen, this song is still going strong, and it came from this movie, which is crazy.
I know. I had no idea this was an original song for the movie. It got the nomination, and so well deserved. I think it's a beautiful duet. It's such a karaoke song too, and it just gives you reasons to sing along to it and lip sync to it. The range, I shouldn't say range, but yeah, maybe the range is what I'm talking about. Just those long notes it's just something you just want to be able to create. It just gives you a reason to sing into your broom. I'm serious. Like, I love this song. I love this song so much.
It's like Never Ending Story.
It's madness that this song got nominated as an end credit song. Like, people are usually leaving at this time, this song gets nominated. So I'm guessing it's because of the music video, or just because they submitted the song to be an official one. But it's like with word of mouth or whatnot, like, this is an end credit song. This wasn't like a theme to the movie. You only heard it at the end, and it still made an impact. I think that is amazing.
Which is why I think it should have played during that motorcycle driving scene. Yeah. But it must have been so good. Like you said, Rob, it must have hit, and people heard that first few chords and they were like, oh. Wait, what is this?
I don't know the name of it, but I did actually tag the costume montage song. I thought that song was really cute, to be honest. I was listening to it for a minute and I actually tagged it, so now it's on a playlist of mine. I actually really enjoyed that song too. But
was it the one by Belinda Carlisle? Is it My Wildest Dreams? There's another song I liked.
Yes.
Wildest Dreams. I liked that one as well.
I did like that. That was a fun song. I enjoyed that.
I mean, great soundtrack. So, casting. So this is what I thought was interesting. Originally, it was going to be Dudley Moore as a older mannequin maker at a department store, and Andrew McCarthy was cast not because of his performance, but because tests showed he strongly attracted interest from girls, which was the target demographic.
I mean, Dudley, we're gonna have to pass the torch at some point, and I think,
know
that's what I'm saying. It's just he apparently was a symbol back in the day. Like, he was the love interest in everything, and it's just time to pass it. I'm not seeing it at all. But I do see
Moore was cute, but like not with Kim Cattrall.
Yeah,
very unlikely.
I'm not.
She wouldn't have come alive if that was the case. She would have stayed in mannequin form. And of course, the character of Hollywood has been recognized, even in contemporary press, as a symbol of acceptance and flair for the 80s. The film doesn't make him a punchline, but presents him as a confident, stylish, and force of embracing weirdness and non-normative expression.
Were you here all night? You must have slept through the whole how do you do? What do you mean? Dun, 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 dun. All the girl mannequins disappeared from the windows last night. Film at 11. Yes, my dear, your favorite. She is gone, too.
I mean, there is things where they do tease him, but we know that Hollywood can stand his own.
Of course. And he was the only one to not judge Jonathan at all throughout the whole thing. You're an artist, and that's just the way you do things, right? Like, never question his methods, reasons he did anything. And he understood the assignment.
There's a part in the movie where they take pictures of supposedly the act of him making out, having sex with the man. Basically, it's really just what appears to look like a mannequin fell on top of him, and they're going to ruin his life. And I know that Roxy's like, we really can't, we shouldn't, like, she has a moment of like, we don't want to ruin this man's life, basically. But however, that aside, because that's where I kind of want, it's like, she has some sort of like semblance of morals, or she feels bad. But then at the same time, like, wouldn't you just say, a mannequin fell on top of me and I got hit my head, and like, it wasn't like he was like naked.
Show
and
me
he
the
was
video.
Like I would,
show me the footage.
How is that going to ruin his life?
BJ, I would do anything for Lester, but these pictures, they could kind of ruin his life. You know?
I guess the receipts, Diane.
I guess with the combination of like eyewitnesses and people who like can describe what the pictures are suggesting, and I think sometimes in the 80s too, you would just believe whatever was being told to you.
He was having sex with a mannequin.
AI, can I just tell you? AI.
By the way, the movie cost $7.9 million to make, and it grossed $43 million. That's why, of course, we got Mannequin Two.
On the move.
We're on the move. And the film opened at number 3 in the box office, opening behind Platoon and Outrageous Fortune.
Yeah. I've never seen it, but I do know of that title.
Bette Midler?
Yeah. Didn't you guys do that movie?
Bette Midler.
I was like, you guys did that one.
No, we
you?
did. We did.
You did the other one.
Something People. Oh my God, why do we not know?
Outrageous. Oh my God, so
Ordinary People
was hysterical.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Desperate
I never
People?
saw that
No,
one.
I don't.
Desperate
No, I'm
Living,
thinking of Desperate Living.
That's Bette Midler and Danny DeVito, I believe. Is that the one?
And not with, as I always say, Drowning Mona.
Well, look, the 80s definitely we had so many like paths to go on, and like we had to cover every single possible scenario out there. And yes, if we can't find love in the real world, what better way to do it than find it in a mannequin? Like, there's always going to be some kind of fantastical plot that we haven't done before, and that was the era to do it in. Come out with something as ridiculous as a mannequin coming to life, and you've got yourself a 90-minute movie. The curiosity is there. We were allowed to have fun back then, and it didn't even need to have like a
plot twist. She's not anatomically correct.
Oh my God. There's other ways I'm sure she could have done things. Oh, so the director got the original idea from Mannequin when he was walking past a store window. So here we go about that. And he thought he saw the mannequin move. It turned out to be an illusion of light and shadow, but it sparked him. What if a mannequin actually came to life? And then I guess had sex and did other things and put magical displays together, all in a mall.
Very cool.
But like Rob said, in the 80s, we could have movies like this. And then we could have sequels where a magical necklace will make you into a mannequin. So
there you go.
These mannequins, I mean, I knew they were always completely different. But what are the odds that everyone's getting turned into mannequins? Like, that's the thing. Curse, mannequin.
Yeah.
Free from a marriage, mannequin. Did you ever think that they ever attempted at one? I mean, I didn't look it up, but could you have seen them doing Mannequin 3? I could see them trying at one point, like not now, but
well, I mean, like I said, there's been plenty of movies out there that will always suggest that mannequins have some kind of life force in them. And so not to say that it was oversaturated, but I think they kind of covered their bases with the whole mannequin story. I don't know what a part 3 would have done unless their child would have gotten cursed because of her past or something. That's the only other thing, unless they just went to another story and just have it be an anthology, because they could have made a whole bunch of these.
Mannequin 3 back on display.
Well, they never back in the window.
Back in the window.
Well, I mean, they never explored the male side of it, just having the male be the mannequin. So
that would be
that's
lovely.
why part 2 was interesting, because the necklace was able to be worn by anyone. So they kind of put it
Hollywood.
in there. But the male version didn't come out yet.
That's what it is.
And that's what will happen when they reboot this movie in like 10 years. It's going to be a male this time.
But there's no one who could replace
Isn't there
Hollywood.
a famous mannequin in like France or in Italy where the wife disappeared, and there's a mannequin that looks just like her that's still used in like this famous wedding shop, and it has
something. It's in
and
Mexico.
It has the same like has veins and everything. And it looks just like, and they said that he like encased her into a mannequin. Like,
well, that's the horror mannequin. That's the horror version.
Well, that's
that's
Paris Hilton. That's House of
Wax,
too, baby.
Yeah. So I teased earlier. I gotta say, maybe it's because it's been so long, 5 years since I last watched Mannequin 2. Oh my God, the laughs in this movie. And I do kind of think it's a little more original now, I guess, rewatching. I still love my Mannequin 2. I still love it so much, but this is hysterical. Hysterical.
Well, it's only
Watch
hysterical
it.
to Hollywood, really. Let's be honest.
Hollywood, but then little things like the man searching for the mannequin in the.
Oh my God! Did we not talk about how at the end Roxy
when she's hanging on,
ends up having sex or attempts to have sex with the guy who's been harassing her the whole time, and he cannot perform, and he's like, "It's you. You're so cold. Where can I get a dummy? Or where can I get a mannequin?
We're gonna get a mannequin too."
Everyone's getting mannequins.
I don't understand it. This never happened to Armand before. Never. It must be you. You're so cold. You're so unfeeling. Where can I get a mannequin too?
Oh, poor man finally got what he wanted.
Or the poor guy that works in the back. So
the man who works in the mall.
Talk about the scene, the big scene ending.
Yeah.
So, the ending where they're all being thrown into the garbage, and she comes alive, and he brings her up, and then she gets to stay alive with people witnessing her, which leads to the joke where the man who's working in the mall thinks he's kissing a random mannequin, and it turns out to be Roxy. Is that who comes
that was
out
Roxy.
of the... So
didn't you love the choir who was hired to do the when she comes alive all the time?
The grandioso.
So
and then what's his name? The security guard. He's like, "She's the dummy. She's the dummy." She's like, "This man is having a nervous breakdown," or whatever she says.
That was so good.
She's the dummy. This poor man is having a breakdown.
This is how far off they really were. They stole a mannequin knowing that it's his favorite, and they still would not believe. They were like, "Who are you? Who are you? It's obvious who it is. Are you kidding me?"
They're blind. It's the Superman thing.
Yeah, it sure is the Superman thing. Great analogy. Very Superman. They really had no idea who she was.
That looks just like the mannequin.
I'm sorry. I should have believed you when said you were having problems. Because
It's so true.
Because that's what I would have said too. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you. After I see a mannequin strapped to somebody's motorcycle.
Oh, but that was that whole scene. That whole scene, how she held on. We were thinking of different things to do, and I kept having this idea of the radical retro time capsule. Something that we could go forward each episode, and when we review a movie, a TV show, we would say the item, the person, the scene, what best represents the movie for you. And now, because of this being Rob's so long for now episode, I wanted him to be the first person to enter something into our time capsule. And yes, Radical Ones, I did buy a little time capsule. At some point, we'll have a ceremony. I'll print it out. I'll put it in the time capsule and all that stuff. But this is something new. So we don't know how it's going to evolve.
It really could be anything. I mean, to pick one from this movie would be so difficult. I'm down to my 3 nominees, and that is Hollywood himself, like the character, because of the only thing that transitions into the sequel is him. So he is the spokesperson of this. You don't necessarily see this character anywhere else. So to me, he is Mannequin. The other thing would be the song Never Gonna Stop Us Now. Like, that song definitely speaks Mannequin to me. The only other thing I can think of would be I don't know, just the original Mannequin itself, I guess, of her just in the window with her classic like pink dress and the hat.
Yes,
I think that particular image of her does speak volumes of this movie. So
all right, Clive, let's find out who the winner is.
But if I had to pick one as a winner, I honestly would probably just go Hollywood. I just think that character should be preserved and put in this capsule to never die. Never be forgotten, I should say. But yeah, that would be my choice.
Ow! Well, roll over Bill Shakespeare. That is the sweetest sentiment these ears have ever heard.
You know, this is an impossible feat. True. It's like, it's hard to come up with something. I think, though, you picked the right thing, Rob. I think that's like and it's the perfect person / item to add that best, it represents this show. That's the perfect person to start off the first item. Hollywood entered into the time capsule, the character of Hollywood. Okay, Radical Ones, that is our first item in the time capsule. Let's see where this goes and how this evolves and what the hell this will actually end up being. But anyway, Rob.
Yes.
Do you have any recommendations for us?
I do.
Rob's recommendations.
I want to say one or two of these might have been a repeat. God, there's been so many. I need to be able to watch more movies to give you more recommendations. I'm sure there's some great gems out there. There were some that I were very curious about, but I'm to recommend stuff, right? And I don't know if we have any new listeners that are on a younger age, but there are films out there that definitely need to be watched if this one really did it for you. If you did like Mannequin, you know which one I'm going to say. Life Size. Oh. You have to watch Life Size. This is early Lohan, and it's got Tyra Banks playing a doll that comes to life. It is a Disney feature. You can currently watch it on Disney Plus.
That is the perfect modern at the time equivalent.
Yes. So you will definitely get everything you got from Mannequin from Life Size. The next film I'm going to recommend is Splash. This is Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah. Instead of a mannequin, it is a mermaid. And I think the female standout of this mystical creature, you know, gives it that flair of the unconventional romantic comedy. And it's got great people in it. And I think that this movie does give that same sort of tone that Mannequin gave. So definitely check out Splash. A woman, you know, gets her legs and she goes on to the, you know, guess they're in New York also. And Tom Hanks, you know, the boy next door falls falls in love with her. That's pretty much that. Now, this next one, let me see if you guys remember this. I went back in the day. Do you remember a movie called A Mom for Christmas?
I remember the name,
This
but I
sounds
don't remember
so
the storyline.
familiar.
I'm going to read the synopsis because I could tell you what I remember, but it will not describe the plot.
And it's
But
not Florence Henderson, is it?
No.
So she got no Weston oil.
This is 1990. It stars Olivia Newton-John. Young girl wants a mom for Christmas, and guess what? A department store mannequin comes to life and spends the
Oh my god, I
holidays
do
with
remember
her.
this.
You remember this? I used to watch
remember
this TV movie so many times. So many times.
Oh my god, Rob, yes.
Doris Roberts is in this as well. I think she played a witch or somebody who kind of knew what was going on. You can currently watch this on YouTube. I think the whole movie is on YouTube. This is literal Mannequin, but done at Christmas time.
This when Olivia Newton-John had this like blonde these bangs. She had this in the 90s.
I
Holy
remember
crap.
the biggest thing I remember is the climax where they had to rush to the department store before she went back to her spot and was going to turn back into a mannequin unless the guy came and kissed her or confessed his love. So they had to chase her before she turned. And it was like the most suspenseful stuff. But this is part of A Wonderful World of Disney. I wish they had a category of these movies on Disney Plus.
Exactly.
Those
They
were
are
the
missing.
best movies ever made.
So
Those
true.
original movies were so good, and I wish they just create a category so you can watch all. But A Mom for Christmas, I will never forget this TV movie. You guys have to watch A Mom for Christmas.
This is perfect.
Maybe we should do it for Christmas, and maybe somebody
That
somebody
would
will
be
show up.
amazing.
Maybe somebody will show up for Christmas.
That would be so.
Maybe you'll
cool,
have 3 dads for Christmas.
Okay, so if Mannequin didn't do it for you, I'm going to recommend these 3 rom-coms. They are a little bit unorthodox as well, but it focuses a lot on the female. And the first one I'm going to recommend is Date with an Angel. Do you guys remember this movie? If you look it up, I know you'll remember the cover art. An angel, comes down, she's a woman in the sky, dates her.
Dude, yes, looking back
Yes.
with the
Mhm.
yes.
Very memorable poster. Her wings were gorgeous, just so
And this
angelic.
dude, he was from, I think, All My Children or One Life
he
to
played
Live or
Tad
something.
Martin.
Yeah.
He played Tad Martin in All My Children. I'm pretty sure.
Watch Date with an Angel. I mean,
Oh my
it's
God.
just one of those plots that needed to be made and put in the ether. So there you have that.
Rob is going deep with
I know, right?
recommendations.
I may have recommended this one before, so apologies, but I'm going to remind you again. Sandra Bullock, Tom Donovan. I think it was Tom Donovan. Love Potion number 9.
I remember that.
Great. Wasn't that her first movie, too?
It was one of the first. I can't remember if it was the first. It could have been.
Wow.
They really made this movie only because it's the title of a song that everybody loves. So they just
so
threw a
true.
plot out of their butt and was like, we're just gonna pop this recognizable title. But these 2 scientists created a love potion, basically. I think it was done in like air, I think like in a perfume sort of way, and if you got a scent of it, you fell in love with
it was
its
a perfume.
carrier, and it just got way out of control. So yes, Love Potion number 9.
So funny. It's so true. It exists because of the song.
Yeah,
It's so
it really
true.
does.
It's like My Boyfriend's Back was supposed to be something else.
The last one I'll mention, we did mention it earlier today, and I'm sure I probably brought it up before, but Who's That Girl is pretty much I shouldn't say opposite of Mannequin, but it still gives this ordinary man who meets a wacky, over-the-top, just vibrant woman that just changes his life forever. Who's That Girl? And it also has, like we said earlier, an opening credit animated sequence, and it's wacky, and it does everything that it wants to do with no apologies. This movie is perfect. It's perfect. So definitely
really
watch Who's
good.
That Girl. It is.
And do you know
very
that's
good,
one of the
very good.
soundtracks, movie soundtracks that I can listen to every single song, and they're like very off-label artists, and I really enjoy it. And I and listen to every,
It's
because
so
it just
good.
has a little flavoring throughout the whole thing, and obviously the Madonna songs too. But like,
Yeah. And funny little story. So I actually, because, I go to, USC or whatever, and I'm around a bunch of, Gen Z folks. So, sometimes I'll chat with them or whatnot. And I was speaking with one of my friends who actually was interested in watching Who's That Girl. So he listened to our episode, Ryan, and then watched the movie. Because he wanted to kind of listen to some of the episodes
What
that
did
I've
he
done.
think?
He liked it. He thought it was fun. I just was like, oh, this is so cool. So yeah, he actually was just like, I want to watch this. It just looks good. And so he watched it. So yes, watch Who's That Girl. I think it's fun. An honorable mention is another movie we mentioned earlier. Your life isn't complete until you see Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Everyone in their life needs to watch this movie.
So
it just
cute.
needs to be watched. It just does. They made it. It exists. Everyone thought it was a great idea. They put money down. Our tax dollars went into this. You need to be a part of history and see what they did with this. It stars our Estelle Getty that you saw in Mannequin along with Sylvester Stallone and mixed action with comedy. You have to see this woman. If I ever walk downstairs and see all that food on a table every day, that's the biggest thing that I remember is she cooked so much food for this man and made him eat every bit of it. I just cannot.
She was on a roll, Estelle, making these movies. Estelle Getty.
It's a pinnacle. I can't remember if it was 80s or not. I think it was 90s. It just needs to be watched. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. I'm not kidding you. It is a
92
quote in the movie. Yep. And she, oh my God, I want to watch this movie again. I got to do it soon. Yeah. It's just so good. You have to see it. Watch them. Give them a shot. You never know. You never know.
So after a summer of Freddy, we are wrapping up on a high note. Rob, I don't even know what to say besides thank you so much. And
maybe we'll have a Rob for Christmas.
That would be a fun one to review. Thank you guys for having me, and thank you for making me a part of this. And I'm so glad that the two of you have made this thing to carry on and do your own thing. I love the Thundercats thing. I look forward to your next cartoon review. I know you guys have some thoughts on some other animated stuff you might do in the future. Ryan, you and I will do Popular one day. It will happen before I hang up the mic. It will. It will happen. So look, I'm not too far away. I just need to step back for a moment, and you guys will hear from me again.
And Rob is right again. That is a WB show. If you don't know, that walked so Ryan Murphy could take over the world, evidently, and TV. My goodness. So Radical Ones. Honestly, this is airing in October, and then we're picking up already at the end.
This is our last episode, our first episode. We're already running more episodes. We didn't really end.
I don't know where we're ending. I
don't know where you start and I begin. Obsession, Calvin Klein.
I truly don't. But we will be back. I want to say Thundercats will be back in full swing, but tentatively the next season should begin on Halloween, which is a Friday this year. So, not for the last time, but for now, Rob, where can the lovely people find you at when you're not hanging around over here?
I am on Instagram, Rob the Movie Geek, all one word. Check me out there. I also have my personal page, Geeky Rob. Feel free to check that out. Yeah, that's where I'll be until further notice.
As well as David at Universal Appeal 2020, all one word, and the Radical Retro Rewind podcast, one word, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and beyond. Thank you again, Radical Ones, for being here all summer long through September. Thank you, Rob, our dear movie geek. He will never be forgotten. He will always have a seat at our table. We can't wait to see what's next for Rob.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. Thank you, David.
And as always, stay radical, and we will see you next season. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Radical line is